Assalamualaikum. We are from Group 1, C3. Want to present about our sloping pad elevation. We choose 4 examples of sloping pad elevation. First is playground. Second, staircase, walkway, and court bank. So first, this is the playground that I choose from Subang Bestari. The condition of the playgrounds are good and suitable for kids to play during the normal weather, but when it is raining, the playground becomes a water spot because of the playground here located at the lower spot, and all the water accumulates at the playground area. So the water will be at around here and they accumulate there. Same goes to here. Like this one is more focused playground area. So next, this is can be shown that this is the slope. This is at the highest point, and this is at the lowest point, and where is the playground located. The functions of the playground is for an essential element to health and development of the mind and body, especially for children. Playgrounds provide opportunities, especially for children to practice and range of social, emotional, physical, and mental skills. So it is also a place for residents and kids to do outdoor activities such as exercise and spending their time with their families. So how to identify the slope area? As you can see, this is the slope area, the blue arrow. This is the slope area. To identify the slope area, we can identify by know the water flow, which is the amount of the water moves. For example, during raining, we can see to where the water flow and where there are water spot. So we can see from here, this is the highest point and this is the lowest point, and the water will flow around here, go to the lowest point. So we can identify by looking at the gradient too. Like this is the gradient, and it moves from the highest point to the lowest point. As you can see, this is the playground, and we can recognize the highest point, which is here, the walkway and the drainage, and the lowest point here at the playground. So that's how the water flow. And the water flow not too fast because the gradient are less steep, but there will be flooding at the playground because it is located at the lowest spot. Besides, there are no drainage around the playground. Like here, you can see a less steep gradient, and the playground have no drainage around, and at the walkway here, if the drainage overflow, it will make the playground flooding and sink with water.
Hello, my name is Uitm bin Mamaruzdi. As you can see, the condition at the court bank, most of the turf grass are healthy, but there are some of them are dry. For soil, the soil are moisty around the area as it is close to the drain, and the water flowing through the slope makes the soil become moist. The function of court bank is to avoid stagnant water happen at the root area near the highest point of the slope and let the water flow to the drain at the lowest point of the slope. Water flow the water flow can be identified from the highest point of the slope and flow to the lowest point of the slope. the pattern of the chord bend, the water flow is fast as the gradient of the slope is steep, means that the contour line in that place is close to each other. That makes the slope steep.
Hello, my name is Commercial Ahmad. Okay, walkway. The condition of walkway is not in good condition as as the soil and the root from the trees near they grow underneath the walkway and destroy the walkway. Uh, the soil the soil they are quite dry most of the time and only wet or moist when it is raining. The function of walkway to let people use the walkway to connect to other place and show the direction. Next, the water flow. The water flow can be identified from the highest point of the slope and flow the lowest point of the slope. The pattern. The water flow is not quite fast as the gradient of the slope is quite gradual, means that the contour line is quite far with each other that that makes the slope quite gradual.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Rashid Shazwan, and I'm gonna present about the places that I picked for my assignment one for LDA201. The place that I picked is the football field, or we as a student call it as Padang Astaka, that is located in Uitm Sri Iskandar. The function of the football field is that it can be used for recreation, exercise, for the student, lecturer, staffs, and many more. Or they can even run an event over there as it has a wide space for many kind of users that they can do. The condition of the football field is right now is in a bad condition and cannot be used as it is dangerous to be used when the soil is bumpy and have a lot of puddle. This happened because of it is not maintained well when the pandemic is currently going on in this time. The soil in the area are mostly moisty as the field is automatically be watered followed by their schedule. As example, they are automatically be watered in the morning. There are staircases that existed on top of a slope on the side of the field. It can be used to sit and relax when facing the football field, and they also used to let people climb the slope easily. The condition of the stair beside the football field is sturdy but a little bit dirty as it is not maintained well. The water flow can be identified from the highest point of the slope and flow through to the lowest point of the slope, as the arrow shows the flow of the water has been shown in the diagram. There are also a drainage that is existed nearby the football field, and the drainage is used to avoid the water from flowing to the field and create stagnant water and water puddles. The pattern of the water flow will move quite fast as the gradient is quite steep, means that the contour line in that place is quite close to each other, that makes the slope quite steep. Hi and Assalamualaikum. We are group 1 from C3 and my name is Muhammad Rashid Shazwan, and we are going to explain on how to do exercise 6 by elevation question. Firstly, we need to identify all the information that we get from the question, and as we can see, we already got one of the spot elevation that is 135.4 and the gradient is 3%. We also know that the percentage of the fields are at 6% and the cut at 7%. Next, therefore we can start do the exercise by firstly we need to find the missing point, but the formula is a bit different because we already have the gradient, therefore but we need to find the distance, therefore we need to use the formula d, distance equals to gradient times width length, that is 0.03 times width 48, and we will get 1.44 for the distance. When we already have that information, we can find the spot elevation A and we need to use the spot elevation that has been given in the question, that is 135.4, and we need to subtract with the distance because the spot elevation that has been given is higher than the spot elevation A that we need to find. Therefore 135.4 we need to minus with 1.44 and we will get 133.96 for the spot elevation A. As you can see, next to the working, there are pad elevation diagram that we can use or draw to make it easier for us to see which contour line that is inside the pad elevation box and not inside and outside of the pad elevation box.
Okay. To do the to find the calculation for cut and fill, we need to choose the either SEA or SEB outside of the pad elevation box. For example, for SEB 135.4, it is cut. We use the cut percentage and choose the nearest contour line, which is outside the pad elevation box, which is 136. It same goes with the field SEA 133.96, and we choose the nearest contour line outside of the pad elevation box, which is 133. So for the cut and fill calculation, if we want to find the distance between contour line and contour line, we need to choose beside the contour line, like 133, and beside it is 132 for fill, 6% for the percentage. Same goes with cut. Okay, so for the next step is we need to find a distance between spot elevation A, which is 133.96, with nearest contour line, which is 134. So based on the triangle diagram below, so the highest number should be on the top of the triangle and the lowest number should be on the bottom of the triangle. So 134 should be on the top and spot elevation A at the bottom, which is 133.96. So the gradient given is 3%. And we need to find the length for the SEA, which is for elevation A. Length for the formula for length is D divided by G, which is length equal to distance divided by gradient. So L equal to 134 minus with 133.96 and divide by 0.03. So the answer for the subtraction will get 0.04 and divide by 0.03, which is the gradient, and you will get 1.33 meters. For the next step, we need to find the distance between contour line 134 with contour line 135. And 135 should be on the top of the triangle and 134 should be on the bottom of the triangle. So we need to find the distance between the contour line. So use the same formula, L equal to D divided by G, which is 135 minus 134 and divide by 0.03, and you will get 1 divided by 0.03, and the answer is 33.33 meters.
My name is Akilmadi bin Mamarozi, and I will explain how to answer step 4 and step 5. The percentage of field that I have given is 6%. For step 4, we must find distance between spot elevation A, which is 133.96, which contour line 133. The formula that we must use is length equal distance divide gradient. To find distance, we must minus 133.96 minus 133. And we will get 0.96. After we get that, we must divide with gradient, which is 0.06, and we will get 16 meter. For step 5, we must find distance between control line 133 which control line 132. The formula that we must use is same as the step 4. Length equal distance divide radian. Uh, First, we must minus 133, which 132, and we will get 1. And we must divide which radian, which is 0.06, and we will get 16.67 meter.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Ku Muhammad bin Ku Ahmad. Okay, first I will show you how to calculate step 6 and 7. This question states that the card is 7%. We must know the formula first. The formula is L equal D over G. So now D is 136. We have to minus with 134.4, the 35.4, and we will get 0.9, 0.6 for the gradient. And 0.6, we have to divide it to 0.07, and we will get the answer for elevation 8.57, for elevation B 8.57 for the answer. Okay. Next step. Distance between CL 135, 137 with CL 136. The formula still same. L equal D over G. So D is 137 minus 136, and we will get 1. And 1 we have to divide to 0.07, and we will get the answer 18.29.
Okay, so this is how to draw pad elevation. First, you need to look at each contour line and recognize one of them. Okay, first, read your questions, which is distance between SEA and nearest contour line 134. And the answer will be 1.33 meter. So, for your information, if you don't have a scale ruler, you can use a normal ruler, and 1 cm equal to 10 meter. So, you just look at your pad elevations, and the scale is 1000 scale. Mostly the scale are given. So you need to read the questions and see the answer to draw the pad elevation. So the question is SEA, which is 133.96, and CL is 134. So there is a line for SEA, and this is the line for 134, nearest contour line to SEA. Then use your ruler and measure 1.33 meter based on the answer for your questions. Draw a vertical line, the measurement and horizontal line, and connect it to the contour line, and connect it to the nearest contour line. Okay, this is 134, and yeah, it's connected both sides. To make you less confused, just write the 134 at the right side and do the dimensions for the answer measurement.